This 3D pop-up card looks like a masterpiece, but it's actually a clever paper folding trick using just 7 flowers. Now you might be thinking, but I'm not an artist, I can't make that. But listen, you can make this. Now I've set out some easy to follow step-by-step instructions for this project, and I'm going to show you all the do's and don'ts along the way so you don't get stuck. Now let's stop buying cards that just get put away, and let's start making something that your Valentine will really want to hold on to. To make the pop-up flowers and cards, you will need a sheet of cardstock, coloured paper. In this video I'm using origami paper, a ruler, scissors, marker pens of all different colours, pencil, PVA glue or school glue, a glue stick and something round like a bottle top. To get started, you're going to need 7 squares of paper, but before we fold, let's talk about the paper itself because weight matters. For my flowers, I'm using a thin 70-gram origami paper. If you don't have origami paper, don't worry. Standard printer or copy paper is usually 80 grams and is actually perfect for this project. It gives the flowers just enough spring. Whether to use coloured paper is totally up to you. Use pre-coloured paper for a clean look, or use white paper and colour the petals yourself for that personal touch. Choose your style. And right now, back to the flowers. For my flowers in this video, I'm using 4-inch or 10cm squares. This is just going to be easier to see on camera, but this card was made with 2-inch flowers and I think it's super cute. Alright, let's start folding. We're going to do this one very carefully because once you master this first flower, the other 6 are exactly the same. So fold your square in half and then in half again. Next, fold one corner of the square and fold it to the opposite corner to make a triangle. Now here's your first do in the do's and don'ts list. Always use the corners that have the fold, not the corners that are open and have 2 separate bits of paper. It's the folded corner that you want to bring up to the opposite corner and fold. Turn your square over and do the same on the opposite side. This is an important step to get right, so take your time with this one. Let's take a look at the paper triangle we've made right now. We've got 1 long edge and 2 shorter edges. This shorter edge looks a bit like an arrow, and the paper has 2 open sides. This edge also looks like an arrow, but the edges are folded. From now on, we want to protect those folded edges. Now take a pencil and draw a simple arch like a rainbow. I'm using a bottle top as my guide. When you're doing this, make sure the folded edges are underneath the rainbow. Cut around the arch and you are left with a shape that looks just like a mini pizza slice. And let's be honest, whether it's a paper petal or a veggie margarita, a pizza slice is basically the most romantic thing you can give someone on Valentine's Day. It is the universal language of love. Repeat this step of folding and cutting out mini pizza slices for the remaining 6 flowers. You can use your bottle top to make the other arches, or for extra precision you can use your first pizza slice as a template for all the other flowers. Don't forget as you cut the arches that the folded edge is towards you and the open edge is at the top. Now we're ready to open them up, and there is your 8-petaled flower. And just to show you what happens if you do fold the wrong corner or you end up cutting across a folded edge and you end up with confetti! Now here's my favourite bit. It's time to decorate the flowers. This is where we get to be as artistic as we like and really bring our flowers to life. You can be as subtle or as crazy as you like with your decorations. If you're not sure where to start, here's a foolproof tip. Choose a light coloured paper and a slightly darker pencil, then just draw an outline around the petal edges and draw some simple squiggly lines coming out from the middle. Add a few little dots and I promise you it will look like magic instantly. But here's the Magic 7 secret. We don't actually want all 8 petals, and another very important do, and it will save you time. You only need to decorate 6 of the petals. Why? Because when we glue these together, those other petals are either going to be removed or overlapped. By colouring only the 6 that show, you keep the card looking clean and you save your hand from the extra work. Once you've got your 6 petals decorated on all 7 flowers and you've finished your artwork, it's time to turn these flat shapes into 3D cones. Take each flower and snip out one of those blank petals that we talked about. It doesn't matter which one. Take your glue stick and apply it to the one remaining blank petal. Overlap it with the petal next to it, and presto, you've created a flower cone. Do this for the remaining 6 flowers, and it's starting to look like a bouquet already, isn't it? Once they're glued, fold each in half and smooth it flat with your finger. For the best results, and this is the hard part, be patient. Wait for the glue to dry completely before we start the final assembly. If you try and assemble them while the glue is still wet, they might slide around and ruin that perfect pop. Let's set them aside and meet me back here for the final assembly trick. This is the part where it all comes together. It's like a puzzle, but don't worry, I have got a map for you. We're going to take our flowers and number them 1 to 7, and then lay them out like this. Start with flower 1 and make 3 small cross marks on the top of each petal. On flower number 2, you put a cross mark on the petal on the right and the petal in the middle. On flower number 3, it's a cross mark on the petal on the left and the petal in the middle. On flower number 4, you put a cross mark on each of the 3 petals. Petal number 5 is just 1 cross on the petal on the right, and on petal number 6, 1 cross on the petal on the left. Flower 7 remains blank. Start with flower number 1. Apply a small dot of PVA or school glue to the outer tip of the right side petal. Now take flower number 3 and lay that on top of flower number 1. Press down and make it stick. Then put a tiny dot of glue on the left petal and put flower number 2 and press down and make it stick. Next, put a dot of glue in the middle 3 petals. Take flower number 4 and press down. Try to get them lined up as best you can. Glue dots on the 2 marked petals on the left and place over flower number 5 and press down. 2 glue dots on the 2 petals on the right and then press down flower number 6. Last one, apply glue to the 3 centre petals of your stack and lay down flower number 7 right on top. Give it a good press down. Gently open it up to make sure the sides are not stuck together whilst it is drying, and then set it to one side to dry off completely. While that happens, we're going to add the finishing touch, some little leaves for our bouquet. Take a piece of green paper and draw some simple leaf shapes. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect, nature isn't perfect. For that extra detail, take a marker and add some leaf veins down the centre. Or if you like the minimalist look, leave them plain, it's totally up to you. This is the part where if you numbered your flowers with stickers like I did, you can take them off now. Once your leaves are ready, just glue them with the glue stick to the edges of your bouquet. Don't forget to put them vein side down so they'll be the right way round when we put them in our card. Do the same on both sides, it just adds a little bit of extra colour. Whilst our leaves and flowers are setting, we need to prepare the home for our bouquet, and that is the card base. Now here is a big do. Do make sure that you measure out a big enough piece of cardstock that is enough to actually hold the bouquet when it pops open. Give it a nice firm crease right down the middle. This spine is what is going to act as the spring for our pop-up mechanism. For these flowers, I'm using a card that is 10 inches by 9.5 inches. It's the perfect size to frame the bouquet, and it still gives me plenty of white space around the edge for a Valentine's note. Once that's ready, we can now marry the flowers to the base. The final step is to apply glue with the glue stick to the centre petal of your stack and place it inside your card. Now this is an important part, because when you place that flower stack onto the base, the cut-out pizza segment must be facing the centre fold of the card. Add more glue to this last centre petal, fold the card over and press down. And that's it, you are officially a pop-up engineer. Let's give it one final dry and then we're ready for the big reveal. See, I told you could do it. And there you have it, a bouquet that won't wilt, a card that stands out, and once you've made it, you'll want to make more. Remember, you made this. If you followed along, I'd love to hear how yours turned out. Did you go for something my size, or did you try something even bigger? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more simple you can do this crafts. Happy Valentine's Day, and I'll see you in the next project.